Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Let me tell you something. Styles make fights. When you look at what's going on over there with Eddie Hearn is putting together something very, very interesting. Now, he just recently signed Subriel Matias, which I think is a great move by Eddie Hearn. But I'm going to be honest with you. He's going to have to match Subriel Matias. He's going to have to match him very strategically and be very smart with the style that he puts Subriel Matias in the ring against. Now, I want to make sure I make this crystal clear, right? Because I did a YouTube short, and there was one guy in particular, a cockahole, who was, his whole thing was just coming out there and just basically saying that Subriel Matias was indestructible and that he would walk through Haney and walk through everybody at 140 pounds. Now, when you look at Subriel Matias' fight, he passes the eye test. When he was fighting Ergashev, his recent fight, I was watching that fight, the first few rounds thinking, damn, Matias may get outclassed. And then you saw slowly but surely Matias just start chopping down Ergashev. The shots didn't look like they were hurting, but obviously the man was hitting him with the Puerto Rican bing bings. And he's got something special about his hands and his power. Anyway, he ended up stopping the fight. And then Ergashev posted a photo of his face the day after. And you can see there was disturbing damage. And I was like, damn, it didn't seem like he was getting hit like that. But got to give Subriel Matias a whole lot of credit for his ability to walk opponents down, break them down. And I'm not going to say he's like Miguel Cotto in the fact that he can cut the ring off and break you down. But the style's not the same. He almost reminds me a little bit almost like if you take Miguel Cotto and Felix Trinidad and you coalesce the two, you would get Subriel Matias. But that being said, with Eddie Hearn and his plans for Matias, the goal before, if you remember, was for Matias and Regis Prograis to fight and unify. Now, Regis lost to Devin Haney. Now, if Regis would have fought Subriel Matias, styles make fights. I don't know who would have won, but I do think that Eddie Hearn would still make Subriel Matias against Regis Prograis for two reasons. One, Regis Prograis wants to fight for another title. Eddie Hearn can afford to do that now, right? Two, is Subriel Matias wants to fight big names, and Devin Haney is busy with Ryan Garcia. And as far as 140-pound well-known names, Eddie Hearn has Regis Prograis, and Regis Prograis is available. Subriel Matias against Regis Prograis is a win-win for Eddie Hearn. And it's a win-win for Subriel Matias and Regis Prograis for them to get in the ring and face stiff opposition. If you ask me who I think wins right now, I'd have to say I think Subriel Matias. I think he would get Regis Prograis. There's something about Regis Prograis against Devin and Zoria. Totally different styles, right? Boxers, where he looked lost. And he went down against Zoria, and he got hurt badly by Devin Haney. And there was a shot, he didn't see the shot, his head was looking down. But the bottom line is Devin Haney hit him with the Haney Bing Bing. The Henderson, Nevada Bing Bing. And to see Regis Prograis get hurt like that, I was like, nah, something's wrong with Regis. So just to imagine a guy like Subriel Matias getting in the ring with Regis Prograis, I just think at some point in time, Subriel Matias starts to catch up to Regis if Regis can't hurt him. As a result, I just have to go with Subriel Matias clipping Regis Prograis. And that's a good name on his resume. So now you take Subriel Matias in his profile and you elevate him. Now he's there on the level, which some people think he is already, but now he's on the level to be talking about fighting the Devin Haney, the Ryan Garcias. They're already talking about him fighting Rolly. Rolly doesn't want to fight him. And you got Teofimo Lopez, right? Those discussions are already taking place but he doesn't really have that marquee name on his resume. If he beats Regis, he's arrived. Then you got Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. Let me tell you something. Eddie Hearn is looking to do a unification with Devin and Subriel Matias. Although Devin Haney's dad, I don't know if he was lying, telling the truth about Subriel Matias and his team wanting a whole lot of money to fight Devin. All I know is no one seems to be in a rush to get in the ring with the Puerto Rican. But I'll tell you this. Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia fight. I think Ryan Garcia beats Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney, with his little half step back, with his boxing ability, with his IQ, I think Devin Haney can control the action. But I think for most of the round. But my thing is, the freakish power that Ryan Garcia has, he and Devin Haney will both be allowed to fully rehydrate, to come in the ring strong. Neither one will be weight drained down at 135. They're going to come in there strong as oxes. And I just feel at some point in time, Ryan Garcia is going to hit him with the Mexican-American social media influencer Bing Bing. And when he hits the Henderson, Nevada native with the social media influencer Bing Bings, I think Devin Haney get knocked out. Now, you may say, well, look, Hood Champion, you're taking to the stupid. And some people here, they've been using my saying against me. Some people even say, well, man, you don't know anything about boxing, you're a casual. To that I say, in the most eloquent way, to hold your horses and stop taking to the goddamn stupid. Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney as amateurs, right? They fought 6 times. Ryan won 3, Devin won 3. You know what that means? That the fight can go either way. Now, since turning pro, some people feel Devin has improved. Ryan Garcia, some people Devin has greatly improved. Ryan has just improved. But Ryan, over the last year, maybe a little bit more, has dedicated himself to his craft, and he's in the right environment to ensure he performs his potential when he gets in that ring. And it showed against Duarte. And I think Ryan Garcia has done nothing but get better. And with Devin Haney facing Ryan, height-wise, Ryan has an advantage. Reach-wise, Devin has just like a couple inches on him. But the power and speed, and they both are athletic. I do think Devin has the better legs. But I just feel Ryan Garcia is going to touch Devin up, and Devin Haney is going to go down, and people are going to be shocked. But if you know boxing and you understand Ryan Garcia and his speed and power, it's hard. It should be easy for someone to at least say, you know what, there's a chance, and we can understand why there's a chance. Because when you're in the ring with someone, not just power but speed and power, you gotta always give them a chance. So that being said, I think maybe some ebbs and flows in the fight, but I just think Ryan, that damn freakish left hand power and speed, and I think he's working on his right hand now. I think Devin's gonna get hit with some shit, and he's not gonna recover. And that's just how I see it. I don't mind being wrong. We're just having a conversation. But the uniqueness of this, right, is you're sitting here, you listen to me say I think Ryan beats Devin, right? But check this out. I think Devin beats Subriel Matias. And then listen to this. I think Subriel Matias beats Ryan Garcia, though. Isn't that crazy how styles make fights? Devin's legs are better than Ryan. Devin can move around the ring. He can fire. He can counter. He can get undershots. He can tie you up. Devin Haney knows how to find a way to win in that ring. And I think Subriel Matias will struggle with Devin Haney. I really do. I think he's going to be coming at him, trying to walk him down, and Devin's just going to hit him with the Henderson, Nevada Bing Bings. And the Puerto Rican's going to get frustrated because Devin Haney doesn't slow down. Somebody was saying, if Devin Haney fought Subriel Matias, Devin Haney would start to slow down around round 6, and then Matias would just take over from there. Let me tell you something, man. Anyone who feels that you cannot keep Matias on the outside, you're bugging, okay? A person can keep Matias on the outside. When you're hitting them with shit that they don't see, and they're getting hit over and over, you know what? Matias has been hurt in fights. Matias takes damage. And round after round after round, if he's the one who's taking a lot of damage, he will eventually slow down. I'm not saying he'll become discouraged, but he'll start to second guess, trying to just walk someone down and just go in. not going in behind the jab. And for that reason, I think Devin will shock the world and probably get a late stoppage. And that's just how I see it with Devin Haney and Matias. Now, Matias and Ryan Garcia, I don't think Ryan Garcia has the legs to keep Matias off him. I think Matias will get to Ryan, but this is the thing. I think Matias can chop him down and get to him. I think Ryan, he can't do like Duarte and sit there and try to turn his back to him and turn sideways. I think Ryan Garcia is going to be a different fighter when he fights Devin Haney. But when you get in there with a guy like Subriel Matias, if Ryan Garcia can't land that big left hook early or something to make Subriel Matias think twice, Ryan Garcia is going to get knocked out because Matias is coming. And Ryan Garcia still keeps his chin straight up in the air. And I just think Matias is going to tuck his chin and come in behind that jab and just start to bang and break Ryan down. And I think Ryan will find himself on the ropes a lot. I think Ryan will find himself being cornered. I think when Ryan tries to roll out to his left or right, he'll be met by hooks by the Puerto Rican fighter to control him to make sure he can't escape. Devin's a much better escape artist with much better legs. That's why when I talk about stylistically, I think Devin beats Matias, but I think Matias not just beats Ryan, I think he knocks him out. However, I think Ryan knocks out Devin. So everyone's going to have an opinion. But the bottom line is Eddie Hearn has just made a great signing because Eddie Hearn, he has no problem working with Golden Boy to make Matias and Ryan Garcia. And of course, Devin Haney works with his own and Eddie Hearn, so it's not an issue of making Devin and Matias. But I think the first order of business is for Eddie Hearn to make Regis Prograis against Subriel Matias. And people are going to be a little bit sour. How the hell is Regis getting another opportunity at a title? Well, Regis has a huge name. He only has 2 losses, I believe. Yeah, 2 losses now. And Regis wants to be in another tough fight. And Regis this time, he's going to probably have a little more confidence because he's not fighting someone like Devin Haney who's moving around, who's going to sit there and try to outbox him and bing him all night. Regis Prograis is probably more comfortable with the mashup crash up. But I do think Regis Prograis, if he gets in a mashup with crash up with Subriel Matias, maybe Regis lands a couple of good shots. But I just think with what's coming at him, Regis at certain points in the fight, he doesn't know what to do. It's lack of experience. I know he's had a lot of professional fights, but he's going up against guys who've had extended amateur careers and who just do things instinctively. Regis doesn't do that. So that being said, I think Subriel Matias and the plan will be for Eddie Hearn to match him up against Regis, get that big name, big win on his record, and then see what happens between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. And then we're going to see if they can make that fight, the winner against Matias. If somebody chooses not to fight Matias, well, then someone putting duck sauce on the arroz con pollo. That being said, y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.